I am a DoorDash driver and have been since 2020. Over the years, a lot of things have changed within the app, mostly for the worse. Most notably, last year DoorDash introduced the reward tier system, and it has been a net negative for drivers. This new system introduced priority, which is DoorDash saying, if you take almost every order, including the bad ones, we might send you a good one here and there. Not out of their own pocket, of course. And this program wasn't that bad at the start, but now that almost every Dasher is platinum, the priority doesn't really work. If everyone has priority, then nobody does. Because of this, dashing in 2024 has become a race to the bottom where most drivers are taking terrible orders to keep their acceptance rate up with the hopes that they will get a better order later. Dashing with a high acceptance rate is like gambling, but at least at a casino you can actually win something. On DoorDash, your jackpot is a fucking $4 order. Additionally, DoorDash now requires an acceptance rate of 70% to dash now, and an acceptance rate of 50% to access early scheduling, which pretty much just means any scheduling because the only blocks available after midnight are 30 minutes to 1 hour blocks at times that nobody wants, like 2 in the morning. This system sucks, and last week I crashed the fuck out and let my acceptance rate drop from 86% to 27% by declining everything that wasn't at least $2 a mile. And because of my own actions, I have no priority, I can't dash now unless it's really busy, and I can't even schedule, which made me wonder, how much can I make in a full-time 40-hour week with a low acceptance rate in 2024? And how many of these hours will DoorDash even let me work? Well, there's only one way to find out. Alright, sweet, and I just got my first order of the week, and it's gonna be this Panera bread behind me. I have a little bit of peak pay to start, so let's get into it. Hello, just picking up for Stephanie. It's a DoorDash order. All right, thank you very much. As I was leaving this Panera bread on my first order, I got an add-on, and you already know I had to accept. Hey, it's awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
$15, let's freaking go, dude. I wake up at 5 in the morning every single day, and since there's not a lot of dashers awake, it's no surprise that I'm able to always get at least an hour or two of dash now every morning. Also, I switch between earn by time and earn per offer quite a bit this week, so to make it simple, I'll put an indicator up here as to which mode I'm on. Guys, the next order I just got is $14, which is kind of weird because I have no priority for high-paying orders, and I would consider this a high-paying order. A little bit sus, but I'm definitely not complaining. Let's get in there. Hello, I'm picking up for Scott. Awesome, thank you. The next 2 orders I got were good with this Starbucks. Thank you.
Have a good day, buddy.
You too, man. Good luck. And this Sheetz gas station order. But my dash ended at 8:30 in the morning, and after this, I waited around for almost an hour in my car before finally seeing another opening for a 30-minute block. Let's have a delivery here for Andrea.
Oh, thank you.
Just an update, guys. I'm going nuts right now. I'm going absolutely ballistic. I'm not actually showing you the order. You're not going to be able to see it. I'm really blocking out the sun, as it's blinding my fucking eyes. But I will put it on screen. It was $4 for 2 miles. You know, that's all right. Let's get it done at supersonic speed. Now, yes, I know what you're thinking, Isaac. You drive a Toyota Corolla. But, and while that's true, it identifies as a Lamborghini. Oh yeah, you hear that? That's pure muscle right there.
I've been in the hill fucking dude. I've been in the hill fucking dude.
After this McDonald's order, my shift ended again, and I was stuck waiting around in my car looking at the gray DoorDash map until it opened up. Eventually, I got another 30-minute block, but when I started my dash, I didn't get a single order for that entire 30 minutes. It's worth noting that my girlfriend, who is a Platinum Dasher, was working at the same time that I was, and got both of these orders while I was sitting and getting nothing. But it is 10:30 right now, which is the slow period between breakfast and lunch, so here in about an hour, I know it'll pick up. And it did, sort of. During lunchtime, I was able to grab a 1-hour block, starting with this $4 Subbies order, this $5.50 Subway order, this $5.50 Subway order. Wait, thank you. Just dropping off for Bailey. Just set it next to the Jimmy John's. All right.
Yes, thank
Sweet.
you.
Thank you. Have a good day. This $5.50 Subway order. Man, that's a lot of Subway. I'm like Jared out here, minus all of that weird shit he did. Bro, this guy's instructions says not to leave the food in front of his door because it opens outwards. Are there really people that still do that?
And to get hot, I got hairy legs that turn, that turn blonde in the sun.
And then the map turned gray again, but this time it didn't budge. I waited for an hour in my car and it was still gray. I went for a walk for 30 minutes and it was still gray the entire time. I meditated outside and it was still gray. I took a shit and it was still gray. It is now hour 4 of just waiting for it to open. It's almost dinner time and I did my last order at noon. The reality is, with the low acceptance rate, they won't let you on throughout most of the day. And when they do, it's for 30 minutes to an hour at a time. At 5 p.m., I was finally able to log into a Dash, but at this point, I had already wasted most of the day, so I knew there was no way to make a comeback. I just made the most with what I could. This might be the worst day I've worked in a very long time. Now, that's okay. Here's my next offer. $5.50 for 7.6 miles. There's just no way I can justify taking that. And that seems to be every single order. $4.50 for, what is that? 8.7 miles. Was this terrible shift just bad luck? Hello, Uber. Was this terrible shift just bad luck or my low priority? We'll find out over the next few days. All right, and that wraps up my Monday. So I started my shift at 6:30 in the morning and it is now 7:30 at night. So that's 13 hours and I made $115. This might be one of my worst days ever. Like just ever. Here's the screenshot right here, and you might be thinking, Isaac, that says 8 hours, not 13. Well, the reason I'm including the full time I spent waiting in my car plus the time I spent dashing is because if I was platinum, I would have been able to dash the entire time, including the 5-hour period where I just couldn't get online. So if I'm comparing platinum to a low acceptance rate, I think that's only fair. But I thought to myself, maybe I just had a bad start to the week. Maybe Tuesday I could turn things around. Well, unfortunately, Tuesday would actually manage to be worse. I was able to work 5:30 to 6 in the morning and I did one order for $7.83. I also got 8 to 8:30 in the morning and I did one order for $9.69. If you're waiting for me to tell you any other shift I got before 5 p.m., I can't because there was none. I'm wasting my time right now. Yeah, it's the same deal as yesterday. Everything is gray. This is DoorDash in 2024. If you are not platinum, this is DoorDash.
2 hours later.
I'm gonna have to get my acceptance rate up because I just can't fucking work. Like, I can't work. The DoorDash app finally let me work from 5 to 7 p.m. and once again, I made the most of it. Starting off with a Wendy's and Taco Bell stack behind me. Got a whole party in here. No, that's alrighty. Man, you got a lot, huh?
They had puppies.
Man, I just got ambushed. If they were any bigger, I would have started kicking them one by one. Man, it's a shame I'm not a Springfield resident or I would have just went crazy, dude. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the numbers for Tuesday. Today, I made $64.67 in 8 hours, which is $8 an hour. So just like the first time I had sex, I'm gonna go to sleep tonight and try and just forget this and never remember it again. At the beginning of Wednesday morning, you can hear the soul leaving my body as I try to pretend like today was going to be any different. Let's start off strong, guys. Let's start off strong. But it was a facade. From the outside looking in, I appeared hopeful, but on the inside, I felt like Squidward from that one game. What the fuck was that game called? What was that game called? Sinister Squidward.
My name is Squidward, and I hate my life. I wake up every day, go to work, and come back home. Nothing ever changes. I'm thinking of killing myself.
All right, first one, 7:34. Honestly, that's not too bad. 15 minutes? Let's freaking go, dude. To not bore you with the details, it went basically the same, and I had 6 hours of downtime after breakfast, but before dinner, where I spent doing nothing because the whole map was gray. The only thing interesting that happened on Wednesday was watching these cars run the red lights, and the moment I blinded this cat pulling up for a delivery. Yo, this poor cat, dude. And as if my spirits weren't crushed enough, Thursday was the final nail in the coffin, and after the morning, I just waved my white flag. I'm really gonna need DoorDash to cut me a break, all right? I'm losing my mind. I'm balding. I worked 6 hours and made $54.39, putting my total at 40 hours for $325.98, or an average of $8.15 per hour. Of those 40 hours that I could have worked in full if I was platinum, I was only able to actually work about half. It was 21 hours, which means if you look at the hourly rate, even when I was able to dash, I averaged $15.52 per hour, which is about $6 an hour lower than my average when I was platinum. So as much as I hate to admit, with platinum, I was able to work longer shifts, there was more flexibility, and I was able to make more for the time that I even was working. If you are a full-time dasher, you probably need to be platinum unless you only work dinner shift. And if you are part-time and you just work weekend nights, you definitely don't need to be platinum. I think it was 2 weekends ago, I worked 2.5 hours on a Saturday night with low acceptance rate, and I made $91.37 with no priority. So for those really busy times, acceptance rate does not matter. But if you're like me and you want to work the mornings and you want to work lunch too without platinum, good fucking luck.